For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear.
They clear.
I'm shining from ear to ear.
I'm shining from ear to ear. Stand my ground, I ain't showing no fear. I done came up like the top of the stairs. These takers, they cannot compare. I'm in the crowd with the mosh pit. I hit the stage in the show. I'm in the game, I can't forfeit. Honestly, I'ma make more hits. Hop in the coupe and I swerve the latest. She get because I am the greatest. I stayed the same and then came out of changes. You wanna know what it's like to be famous? No, in public, skies me all of that. I'm ballin' like I got buckets. And they hate cause we stunt like nothing.
For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear. For real, my is real for real. I'm in the field for real.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Derrick Henry, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Throwing is Mariota. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Green 80. Spread left, spread left, spread left. Green is right.
Here's Bortles to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Bortles. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Bortles now on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Punch right. Check 26.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Now a former Seminole, this is Chris Thompson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And his pass incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Three.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Three.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Mariota to throw it. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Oh, yeah!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, it's Bortles. And Wilson has it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Spread right, 72.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Spread right, 72.
Now on first down, Drake again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, it's Drake. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
Let's go.
Hey, boys, got 4 down.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling,
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 9 now from the 21. Mariota now on second down. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And all the way down to the 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Fournette. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Foles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Sunday. Green 80.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Open man right side is Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Malik Jackson there to make the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means they're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a second down. To throw, Mariota. Oh, fighting off the defender. And again the footwork. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down, Mariota. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Mariota on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sunday.
On 1st down, Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. Fights through, and now a crease. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Meanwhile, over in Houston, as of now, it's the Raiders who have the lead in that one. Derek Carr, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Fournette, a 1st down carry. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Malone. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Bortles now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A pitch out to Drake. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's go. Trips left. Shit. 380.
A handoff to Fournette. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
One.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
They go play action. Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. And he locates Walker, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Mariota now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Again, it's Mariota. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And he'll go down at the 28. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. To the air again. Mariota. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jags, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down.
When I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me, hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay. I know it's gotta hurt when you know you could've had a president. Guess that I would rather be the man. Maybe one day I'll go back to school. Think I'm probably kidding, but I still mean it. They've been trying to screw me, but I've been a genius. Caddy looking more like home since I made moves. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me,
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me dude.